Good morning, people. Dino here with my update. Sorry I haven't posted for a couple of days. You can probably hear from my voice. I've got a bit of a, I don't know, throat infection or something like that, I don't know. But none of you care about that, do you really? So let's get on with it. So, the big news. The big man's gone. I'm not going to be disingenuous with you all, because you know my views. I think his time was up. I think I wanted to move on. Who we move on to is another story, which we'll get on to. But again, I want to have a little talk about our fan base and what they've been talking, their reaction to this. All along I've said if they kept him, I'd have backed him. I was going to back him, but I'd back the club and get behind it for the team and for the football team basically. But you all know that I felt that it was time for him to go. I felt that the Premier League was beyond him. I don't get the sentiment. Let me rephrase that. I do get the sentiment why people went to stay when he won the trophy, 100%. But I think some of the fans was allowing the sentiment to take over logic. And what I mean by logic is that, yes, we can say he wrote off the league season or the Premier League in favour of getting us that trophy. But that seems too easy to me. Because everyone, and they said, oh yeah, but he said he was going to write off the league and he told us he was going to do that and he said he was going to win a trophy. He also said a lot of other things that he didn't do. And the problem is all the people that wanted Ange to stay because of winning the trophy only seem to look at the things that he had promised that he actually produced. Not the things that he said he would do but didn't do. They sort of seem to quite conveniently forget all that stuff and they'll leave it out. Like I said before, I have got a certain amount of love for Ange, of course you have, we all have. He done something that hardly any managers in our history have ever done. So there'll always be a place for Ange in my heart. That goes without saying. So I'm not a complete Ange hater. And also I don't hate people because they're people before he's a person before he's a manager. And to be fair, he seemed like a nice family guy. He certainly had a way of words. That's one thing that he's very clever with. He's definitely a linguistic person and very, very articulate. And great at doing speeches. But to me, it could have been that great because we lost 22 games. And I'm not having it that all the players love him and all the players love him, because if they loved him that much, then they would have performed better on their days, wouldn't they? There's so many mistakes they was making, not running back, not trying hard. And then there was some talk recently, that I think I done in my last video or whatever, that there was some talk that during the season, some of the main players, Romero being one of them, Madison being another, part of a group of players that said, like, boss, we can't keep playing like this. We're losing every week. There's space at the back. We've got to defend differently. We've got to start being a bit more pragmatic in some of our games and change the system a little bit because we're playing against teams that just know how we're going to play and they're just picking us off. And the problem is, and this was my thing, because I was at the games and I was watching Ange, a lot of it, because I know there's a lot of insults going towards Ange. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to spend one or two of the games, I'm going to watch Ange's signals to the players, his reactions to goals, his reactions to situations, and just see what it was. Honestly, I swear to you guys, I was watching sometimes and he just was not moving. And there was one particular time, which I might have said to you, I can't remember, when we'd gone 2-0 down. I can't remember the game, so forgive me for that. And Bergvall was over and he'd come sort of across towards the pitch. And he turned around and right from myself, I could see, he lit red, he went, what's happening, boss? That's what I could see he'd said. And Ange looked at him and then looked away. Didn't say a word. And it was almost like emotionless, like he was angry, or he wasn't angry, he wasn't happy, he wasn't, I don't know, like frustrated. And you can see that, and then Bergvall sort of like shrugged his shoulders and turned around and walked away again. To me, that's not a manager. Come on. He's like an 18-year-old kid on the pitch, and it was a time when we had all these injuries. So these kids would come in and doing their best for him. And then he was leading them to do that. That's just one situation that I wanted to put in there. I know that fan base is going to be very emotional, and I must admit, I've been looking around and I don't get it. I really don't get it. How ridiculously over the top they're all being. Oh my God, it's the end of our club. How can we act like this? Are you not? Are you serious? Let's put this properly into if you was another fan, because we've got other fans, our mates, when we won the trophy, the Europa Cup, and then they were saying, oh, it's only that, you didn't play anyone good, da 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 da. And of course we'd go back at them because we're Tottenham fans and we had praise about winning the trophy. But look at it, Seriously. Really? Be honest, who did we actually replay that was any good in that tournament? We played Man United, who are in history of obviously they're good, but we know they're probably at their worst at the moment. They're only one place above us in the league, and we were terrible last season. So, to me, that tells its own story. And we won a trophy playing against pretty much second division teams, let's be honest. If you was putting in the British League, I'm sure most of the championship teams would probably have beaten them. Bodo Glimp, and just to name one of them. But it doesn't take away the gloss of winning the trophy. So I don't want you to understand, don't misunderstand me and say I'm not happy about the winning the trophy, because I absolutely was. Over the moon. Fantastic, great memory. And I'll always thank, and it's weird because everyone says you've got to thank Ange for it. I don't thank Ange for it that much. I thank the fact that because he was a part of it, because in my mind, I don't think he had a lot to do with it, if I'm honest. Because at the end of the day, he wasn't playing Ange ball that he said he was never going to move away from when we won some of them games. We were playing a more pragmatic system. So yeah, that was a discussion we had this morning. I'm really not getting this ridiculous outpouring of emotion towards Ange. Again, I understand because of the cup, but fans are not thinking properly. Now, I honestly I wasn't happy. I feel weird, actually. I feel sad that he's gone because I don't like any more managers getting sacked. But I do feel a bit more excited about the future if, and it's a big if, we bring in the right person. I'm not really that excited about Frank, if I'm honest, but he definitely plays a more controlled system and a more professional managerial system. He definitely improves players, there's no doubt about that. And then all these people saying, oh, he's won nothing, he hasn't won a trophy, he hasn't done this. Pochettino hadn't done anything before he came to Tottenham. He'd only been managing at Southampton and done exactly what Thomas Frank has done. He managed a low team and got them up in the league a bit, sort of mid-table, and done really well with them in certain points. And working with hardly anything on a shoestring, but still got them to a good place in the league. And we took Pochettino, we sort of took a punt on him, didn't we? And look how he done. You could say, oh, he didn't win a trophy, but that wasn't Pochettino's fault, that's our fucking players' faults. He got us into enough finals, enough positions to get through him, and they didn't get it over the line. And that includes Harry Kane and people like that. So that's my feelings this morning. So I wouldn't say I was happy about that he's gone, but I'm certainly not unhappy because I don't have to watch a whole league season of us just getting battered every fucking game. So I want a manager to come in, whoever it comes in, to start arranging the team better, training the team better, coaching the players better, helping the younger players learn, not just chuck them out there and say, player you want. Because I don't care what anyone says, that's not managing. Anyone can do that. I can have my philosophy and just keep knocking them out there, keep doing it. It's not working, sir, can you help us? No, just keep doing it. Is that how to manage? Because that is pretty much what he did the whole season. Apart from the odd games in the Europa League where we played different and played different to his system that he loves. Excuse me, my voice is going now, so I'm getting emotional. Yeah, but so that's basically a day, really. I mean, it's a weird little thing. I'm not going to go, there's no signings that we're looking at the moment. I mean, there are, but I'm not going to go into them yet. I'll do another little video about them. More days about the Ange thing, because I assume that some of you want to get my opinion on it. And like I said, I'm not going to be disingenuous and pretend that I'm unhappy that he's gone, because I thought it was time for him to go. I didn't want him to stay. I wanted to thank him and build a statue of him outside the stadium if we want, just to say thank you for winning that trophy. But move on. I want a manager that every week when I go to that game or watch Spurs, I can see some sort of system playing, that we're defensive, we're doing it. And we've got brilliant players. We have got good players. The players we've got should nowhere near be in 17th position, even when we had the injuries. And I'm sure most of you know it, even the ones that you are massive Anginas. And I think it's really pathetic. It's really pathetic when you're looking at things like, I mean, I was watching We Are Tottenham TV, and at least I love the guys on there. They're brilliant. They do a great, fantastic job. They're very committed to their calls. But the flip-flopping, I mean, Sim hasn't, to be fair. I think he's a lunatic when he wants it, but it's not my thing. I think he's out of his depth, but at least he sticks by what he thought. Whereas Ben, on the other hand, lovely guy again. I don't not insult him in any major way. I think they're good geezers, but I'm still on this particular thing. He was completely Ange out all the way for months now, because he could see the guy didn't have what it took. Suddenly, one game and he wins a trophy. Oh yeah, put him in for next season. Sorry, but it's not right. But anyway, guys, this is my lovely view at the moment. Let's give a little look out here in Essex. So, with that, I've got to go and do a day's work. I'm not feeling great, so hope you're all good. Love you all as usual. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and definitely comment down below, so we'll have a discussion about this because it is an interesting topic. So get back to us. I'll get back to you a little bit later once I finish work or whatever, and we'll chew it over, shall we? Yeah, and then hopefully by the end of the day we'll know who our new guy is, and we can try and have discussions about him, and I'll look into what his past and look at what his tactical nous is, and we can have a good discussion about it and get excited about it next season, hopefully, and get some bloody players in. That's the next thing I really want to do. See who we're going to get in. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love and leave you. Come on, you Spurs. Tottenham till I die. Love you all.